Gianna, thanks. The 22nd annual WMAS Radiothon to benefit Baystate Children's Hospital kicked off today, and it goes into tomorrow. Hundreds of inspiring stories coming out of Baystate every year, some of which will be told during the annual Radiothon. This year's Radiothon returns in person after the COVID-19 pandemic halted public participation in recent years. It's held at the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame, which is also home to the 94.7 WMAS studios. Western Mass News caught up with Kathy Tobin, Director of Annual Giving and Events for Baystate Health, who said the event is critical.
This is really important for us to put the spotlight on children's health in Western Massachusetts, and we want to be sure that we can always provide excellent state-of-the-art care for our kids, as well as the compassionate bedside that they deserve.
Baystate's Children's Hospital is located within Baystate Medical Center and is our region's only Children's Miracle Network Hospital, or CMN.